Hey guys, wanted to make this video here to just show you what we have as far as camping supplies are concerned, so you can maybe get an idea of some things you might want to buy, some things you might want to bring with you for this weekend. I know Connie and I are really excited to be spending the weekend with you all. It's going to be a good time, so I hope you enjoy this video here showcasing what we bring with us to go camping. The very first thing we're going to get started with is going to be the supplies needed to make camp. What you're going to need, basically a tent. Connie and I have this 4-person tent made by Coleman. It's really cheap. It's about $45. It might have been $39 from Walmart. So this is the Walmart one. And then we have this one here, this Embark one. This is Connie's mom's tent. Again, another 4-person tent. We get 4-person tents so that we have enough space for, used by 2 people, but it's comfortable, right? So it could fit 4 people if you really wanted to get stuffed in there. But we use these 4-person tents for 2 people. Again, about $35 or $40 from either Walmart or Target. Or if you want to really get something expensive, they can go upwards of $100 and more. But we get the cheap stuff from Walmart or from Target, just a 4-person tent. They're really easy to set up, you guys will see this weekend. So then that's it for the tent. Then inside of the tent, we use this airbed here. So this is a queen size airbed that Connie and I use. Connie's mom also has her own airbed. Now that's not necessary. You could just sleep on the floor if you wanted to. It's a grass plot where we're going to be this weekend, so you could do that. You could lay down some padding, some foam, a sleeping bag, many sleeping bags if you wanted to. But I recommend this. It really makes it quite the experience. The only thing is it does require its own air pump. Some of them are battery powered, like Connie's mom's is battery powered. But the one that Connie and I have is not battery powered. It requires a plug. Don't worry about that. For situations like this, I actually have a plug inside of my car, so we can take care of that. No problem for little things like this. So that's the airbed. That's what we sleep on. And then as far as pillows are concerned, we have a set of these camping or travel pillows that we use. They fold up pretty nice. They're dedicated for only camping. There's also the option of bringing just your regular pillows from your bed or maybe from your couch. So tent, airbed, sheets, blankets, and pillows for the airbed. Alright, so we talked about what we bring for the tent. Now let's talk about what we bring for around the campsite and outside of the tent. So the next thing we want to talk about is this portable canopy, I guess I'll call it. We got this from Walmart again, and the chairs too. Basically all the stuff we can find at Walmart or Target we get. But we got this and it's been great. It's basically a roof that we put over a picnic table at the campsite for shade. Maybe if it's raining, it protects us. It was a great investment, so that's one thing that we'll be bringing along. Another thing is these chairs. Now the campsites usually have picnic tables for you to sit at. But we find that around the grill, maybe at night, doing s'mores or just hanging out, playing some games, these folding chairs are great to have. So basically they fold up, they're nice and portable, compact. So basically just unfold them. They're about $12 from Walmart. So we picked up a set of those. So we'll be bringing this canopy and the 2 chairs as well. So the next thing we want to talk about is dealing with lights and electricity. Now there won't be power at this particular campsite where we are. There will be electricity and outlets throughout the area, just not at our dedicated plot of land. You might have to go across the street or walk 15 feet down to plug in if you want. So to deal with that, I would recommend, I'm sure you guys all have this, some portable batteries. I have a few here from traveling. Make sure they're charged up. Bring them if you want to get a quick charge on your phone. And then we have something like this, like a portable speaker. If you have that, bring it. But again, make sure it's charged up. Now there won't be electricity, so that means no power for phones and everything else. But it also means no power for lights. So everything that you have needs to be battery powered. We have this lantern here that we picked up for about $10. From Marshall's actually. So that's a good place to go look for certain things. Slides to dim, It's got this nice little thing to come out to take along with you. You'll be surprised actually, red light is great to have. So you'll see some of these lamps and lanterns and flashlights have different colors like green, blue, red. It's easier on the eyes at night when everything's dark and your eyes aren't expecting bright lights. Things like white LEDs and floodlights actually prove to be far too bright and painful actually. So there's that. And some other lanterns that we've gotten over the years from Walmart. Little tiny flashlights to use to basically focus the light somewhere. So things like this, if you have it, bring it. It might be useful if you have the space, which I'm sure you do. We fit everything for all four of us in just my trunk of my Volkswagen Jetta. I got this light. This has been a really good one. It's got a little clip on it. So this one's from Target for just a couple of dollars. And one of the most useful things is a headlamp. So you can use both of your hands. You know, we got these lamps here that just kind of strap onto your head and the light goes wherever you're looking. So I just went to Walmart yesterday with Connie and we found them there for $1. Obviously there's some that are very expensive, but it's great. It's a good investment. It will make the experience that much better. Right, so make sure whatever you plan on using has batteries, like bring portable chargers to charge your phone. Speakers have to be battery powered, and every light, flashlight, lantern has to be battery powered. All right, so let's move on to some other things that you might need, like for example, water. Now the rule of thumb here when it comes to water and doing activities like camping, hiking, boating is a gallon per person per day. So for me, I'm gonna drink probably this entire 2.5 gallon jug out of my water bottle here. Or you could get a case of these plastic bottles. Just make sure you bring enough. I'm sure as far as water, drinks, and food and snacks are concerned, you're talking amongst your group to really figure this out. I know I have my preference for this, so that's what I'm gonna be going with. But again, the rule of thumb for an activity like camping, hiking, fishing, boating, whatever it might be, is a gallon per person per day. So make sure you bring enough. And I'm bringing in coffee. But the thing to keep in mind is that it needs to be instant coffee. It needs to be something that you can mix. You know, there's not going to be coffee pots and filters and things there. You can go to the general store and buy it if you want to. But I'm bringing my own. Again, bringing paper towels. These come in handy, these little tiny Ziploc sandwich bags. They're very useful. Also, aluminum foil for cooking. Very, very useful. It's a good idea to bring that with you. And then garbage bags. Sometimes they're there, other times they're not, so we end up bringing just our own supply of garbage bags. This kind of stuff I get from the dollar store. That is by far the cheapest place to get little things like this. And then there's some things that you might not think about, like a knife or other cooking utensils or a cutting board, for example. So those are things that we bring. I'd recommend bringing one if you have it. Or some other cooking supplies that you might want to be using. So in addition to that, we have matches to start the grill, start a fire. I recommend buying wood before you get there. I know we're going to be bringing wood also. We'll have a little grill pit where we can put wood or charcoal to start cooking with, and it helps to have a fire starter material like lighter, not really like lighter fluid, but like a fire starter gel. Makes it really easy. We get little fire starter sticks. All of these things you can buy when you get there at the campsite, but it's going to be at a premium. It's going to be probably twice as much as it would be at like Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, or Target. So think about getting that stuff beforehand. So now let's talk about some of the other miscellaneous things that you should bring with us. And I'm going to start with some of the tools that might be helpful. I bring along a hammer every time so that you can nail or hammer the pegs for your tent into the ground. Okay, your tent will come with these pegs that'll hold it in place. They'll need to be hammered into the ground. So a hammer is definitely something you might want to bring. I'll have mine with me. I also bring two other tools. This, basically this multi-tool they call it from Walmart for about $8. It's a pair of pliers, screwdriver, some knives on it. So that is the only other tool I really use pretty much all the time. And also this knife comes in handy. It's very useful. It's also very cheap from Walmart. So those are the two other tools that I bring with me, in addition to a hammer. And then the last thing is these little zip tie type things. Very useful for, just tying whatever it might be down. You just cut it to length and it turns into like a little zip tie, Velcro twist tie type of thing that is pretty useful. Then make sure you bring some sunscreen. Bugs, since we're going to be outdoors, sometimes it becomes an issue, so we have this candle that we light that keeps them away. We also use this insect repellent spray, and it depends on how bad the bugs really are. We have this stronger bug spray that we bring, and then also this itch relief stick in case you do get bit by some bug. It helps. Bugs could really make your experience miserable, and that's the last thing we want. So think about bringing that depending on how bad bugs really are for you. I always bring like a first aid kit, some ibuprofen, antibiotic ointment, allergy medicine, some tape, gauze, band-aids, things like that, and then sunscreen. Make sure you bring sunglasses too, but we're all here in South Florida, so we're pretty used to the sun. One thing I forgot to mention is I actually bring some hand sanitizer as well. That is very, very helpful for just, doing something and then randomly want to clean your hands up without having to go to the bathroom to wash your hands with soap and water. Just doing that before you eat sometimes could be helpful to do. And as far as that's concerned, that's pretty much it. So we're really looking forward to this weekend. You bring all those supplies, and then amongst all of us, we should have all sorts of stuff to do, whether it's just hanging out, going down to the pool, wandering around, walking around, playing any of the games that you want to bring. It's going to be a good time. I'm very excited. I know Connie is, so we're looking forward to it.